Hello my gorgeous souls and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Provost and this gorgeous spunk is my wonderful dad.
I'm Doug. Just call me Doug.
No, you don't want to be called your gorgeous spunk?
Yeah, that, yeah.
So a lot of you have been hearing about my father's pizza and it's quite world famous. His homemade pizzas are the bomb diggity. So today we're going to take you through some because we're really hungry and want it, and we're going to show you how he makes them. So let's get started. We're being slightly naughty and we're just using gluten-free pizza bases instead of actually making the pizza base ourselves. But when you're in a time frame...
This is my famous pizza knife. Very old school. Yeah, anyway, does the trick.
It's good for scooping. So we just put in some tomato paste on the base.
There's all sorts of ways you can make these. Fresh tomato sauce, make your own. You can make your own, use fresh garlic. But time is usually of the essence when you've got a family to feed. And you can use as much garlic as you want, but I find just that little touch is just the right amount, just to let you know it's there. One of my other children, my daughter, Summer, she loves garlic. So when I make one for her, it's like a whole clove goes on the pizza. Cheese, we just use frozen cheese, fresh cheese, whatever. Store-bought, already grated, mozzarella.
So you put a little bit on your bases.
I don't put a lot on.
Yeah.
We don't eat a lot of cheese.
Yeah.
But just enough to, as like a binder.
A binder, okay, to kind of keep everything there and together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably one of the most important ingredients in any pizza is mushrooms. Especially us because we're vegetarian. Well, Kurt's not our son, but he will be one day.
Mushrooms cook down really well too.
Yeah. So you can really load it up.
Hello. Hello. She has to always be in.
One of our favourite pizzas is basically just mushroom, red onion, fresh tomato, which I'm getting to next.
Whenever there was a party going on when we were teenagers, everyone used to come to our house and get ready for the party, and Dad would always make up a feast of his homemade pizzas. And we'd all have his pizzas, get full on that, and then we'd go out the door. And once we were of legal age, he'd send us with a shot of port on our way.
Very responsible adult, yeah.
And we'd go on our merry way to the party, and the whole time we're at the party, everyone's like, oh, I just want to go back and get your dad's pizzas. And
so I was well aware of this because typical teenage daughters, they wouldn't eat a lot before they went out because, you know, but with alcohol,
look good in your dress.
With alcohol in them, it was a different matter.
Yeah.
And then they get home, by the time they got home, they would rip in. Put fresh basil on, fresh or dry, it doesn't really matter. Our garden's not thriving with our basil this year, so I've only put a little bit on to show you, but I've also put on dried oregano and basil on this one. This one I'm going to put a bit of chilli on, just a little bit of chilli flake, and that's all up to taste. That's basically it for that one. That's just about done. I might put a little bit of pesto, just to enhance the...
Bring out the tomato.
Yeah, and look, you can see what sort of cook I am. I'm not real fussy. We get too much on, we get too little on it, we'll work it out.
Again, I take after my father. He doesn't measure, either do I. It's all by sight and taste and, you know, just go for it. Trial and error.
Works well. Basically all by taste. Avocado on pizzas is delicious.
Really good, yeah.
Adds moisture to it, but really just a different flavour. Don't have to use a lot, just a few slices. Fresh tomato on pizzas is just delicious. Also adds moisture, so my pizzas are generally never dry.
No.
And you can use fresh or roasted capsicum, but we like fresh. Yeah, we might put some artichoke on this one. As you can see, we're making it up as we go.
I think that's what you always kind of say about your pizzas, but really it comes down to what's in the fridge, what's in the garden, and he just creates. His pizzas are never really the same, except for a couple of standard ones that we're like, yes, you need to do this. I think that's what's so fun about pizzas, is you can just experiment and create.
I think it needs a bit of greenery. So what we've got here, this is a herb from our garden. Your mother would know. Liz is the gardener, Tia's mother, and I think it's got, it's like a mint.
Vietnamese mint?
No, it's not a Vietnamese mint. A mint with basil crossover. We're going to put it on.
It's definitely got mint stuff, so.
It'll be alright.
I'm going to try and show you without tipping it everywhere how good that looks.
If you had bacon or ham or anything like that, I would never add salt. But fresh veggies, It's just the secret little ingredient that people forget about.
Makes all the difference.
That's salt, and we use Himalayan rock salt, sea salt, whatever it is.
Pink Himalayan salt.
Pink Himalayan salt. Yeah. A bit of pepper. A little bit of cheese on top. As you can see, we haven't smothered it with cheese.
It's more just, as you said, the binding.
Yeah. In the oven for about, well, as long as it takes to cook. 10, 15 minutes maybe a bit longer.
So we have the oven as hot as it goes, which is 260 degrees Celsius. You'll be able to smell it and you'll be able to see it and you'll know when it's ready, guys. All right, on to the next one.
If you like, we're going to make a couple of ones with bacon for our Tia's brother Kurt, who loves a bit of meat. This will take me back. It's just going to be a pretty basic bacon and mushroom one.
Everyone used to do bacon, mushroom and barbecue sauce. Yes. Also, sweet chili sauce is really good on pizzas. So that sweet chili sauce that I made, you can add that so you have that sugar-free alternative.
But you'll notice there's a few, with my cooking, especially of pizzas, there's a few standbys. It doesn't matter what sort of pizza I make. There's the tomato, obviously, tomato paste, the garlic, the pesto. I try to use that on all pizzas because it just, and I've only just started using it since basically we've gone vegetarian.
Brings it to life.
Oh, it's just a different flavour altogether.
I always ask Dad about when he started cooking because he is such a whiz in the kitchen, so kind of what inspired him to get in there. And I think you said pizzas was kind of the first thing you ever really mastered and really started doing because it was, well, you just got to experiment, wasn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. All I remember, I grew up in hotels, guys, and in those days, Sundays, hotels weren't open. And we used to have a chef and we'd do counter meals and all this. So on a Sunday, I'd be bored and nothing else to do. I'd go into the kitchen to cook myself breakfast, dinner and lunch, whatever, and I would just go berserk because you'd open it and there'd be everything. It was a fully commercial kitchen, so I just cut loose. So I'd try this and try that. This is all from the age of about 12, 13. Mum and Dad were cool with it because they were busy and I was just doing my own thing, and so that's where I basically started to learn how to cook. I taught myself. I'd watch the chefs when they were in full flight while I was carrying out the meals and things like that, so experiment.
When Dad says that he grew up in hotels, I should probably clarify, he's a publican son, so his parents owned all over New South Wales, wasn't it? Dad from a young age was, spent a couple of years in one place and moved to the next. They owned pubs. So, of course, there was always a room attached to the pub. It wasn't just somewhere you could go and drink and gamble and that. And there was always a kitchen and whatnot. So, yeah, when Dad says he grew up in a hotel, wasn't a fancy city hotel. No, these are like country pubs.
A little small town where you'd go to and there'd be one or two pubs, sometimes more. Yeah.
That's actually how him and Mum met.
She used to work for us in one of our hotels.
Yeah, rest is history. What, 37 years later?
She thought she was marrying money and a good cook. So this one I'm going to make just with bacon and mushroom and onion. Fresh tomato, that's basically it. This one won't have as much mushroom on it because I'm going to put other things on this one. Oregano too.
So this one is...
a little bit of bacon.
Bacon, mushroom, basil, oregano, fresh tomato, avocado, a bit of capsicum. We're only putting pepper on this one because of the bacon, it's already salty enough. A bit of chili. You'll also notice that Dad just chops as he goes because he never sort of knows how much he's going to need or how many he's going to make. So he finds if he just chops as he goes, well, it's less waste, isn't it?
And then when I'm left over with things, I'll make a pizza just out of the leftovers.
Pizza for
and that's usually the best one of the night.
It actually is.
Okay, a bit of cheese and it's ready to go.
Oh my god, they smell amazing. Show it to the camera.
Alright, look at those. Those little babies. Doug's famous vegetarian.
My mouth is literally salivating right now. I'm like drooling.
And same thing, guys, if you want more cheese on it, you go off your life, but less is more with pizzas.
So excited. Yeah, you see how everything cooked down nicely?
Tia's saying I've got to cook more.
It's almost my last night, second last night.
And she's saying I've got to cook more, but...
well, you know.
I really don't think she needs any more than that.
I think I do, I'm a growing girl.
You got just pop a couple out like that and they will cook.
Yay, look at you smiling.
Taste time.
You're gonna burn my tongue, I'm sure. Alright.
Stay away from the tomato. Tomato retains its heat, as I'm sure all of you know.
On top. Let's just move that tomato up there. Ah, it's very hot, Dad. I'm not tasting it yet.
Okay.
As much as I want to, I'm not tasting it yet.
So I could eat that right now. I can handle it.
I could, I just want to be very ladylike. And I'm trying to be ladylike for the viewers. I really want to eat
Go from the
it.
back. Go from the back. I'm jealous. Wish I was having pizza fatigue.
Oh, it was very good. Oh, Dad's pizzas, honestly, if you ever get the chance to try it. It's so good.
I've always actually dreamed of owning a pizza shop, but I'm too old now.
No. 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 So good.
Huh?
Oh, Dad.
This is the bacon one.
Oh, it looks so good.
With this oven, our oven, the bottom is the hottest. This is the last pizza to go in, but it's ready at the same time as this one.
How good that looks.
Done.
How good's that?
One of my famous pizza slices. And if anyone goes out there and wants to make these pizzas and start selling them, remember I have copyright.
Got copyright on all of that. Dad and I send you so much love and light. Hope you experiment on your own in this little cooking session with Dad.
Hope you enjoyed my famous pizza, guys.
Got a little insight to what my upbringing was like. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button down below so you stay up to date with all the new videos coming your way. You'll be seeing some more of Dad, possibly.
Who knows?
Seems. We'll see. But let me know how you go with your own adaptation of these pizzas, and let me know what you put on yours, what you find works well together, and I may even try it out. Have a great day, guys.
See you guys.
Bye.